I'm not gonna tell you it's a surprise because that gummy is that's why it's called a surprise.
No, you
Like,
so
what kind of
full of shit.
surprises are you used to getting?
Man, you just told me on the damn phone earlier that you were gonna tell me. I'm not gonna tell you this surprise because it's a thing.
I don't sound like that. Don't be
You
doing
do
your boy
kind of
like
sound
that.
like it. Go
I
back,
don't
hey,
sound like
everybody,
that.
go back and listen to this. And when we replay tomorrow, and I guarantee you, he just sounded what I just said sounded like.
I don't sound like that, man. You made me sound like some toxic language speaking dude in the backwoods and like lost and on something. Like, I don't sound like that.
I hope you ain't on nothing. You kind of look no. The hair, all right. If we had seen that hair
I got
before
the
the show,
line
though.
up, man. Got the line up. Shout out to
know.
Dreams Barbershop. Look, we're gonna be working with Afton and your boy Kelvin pretty soon. There's some Dean. I can't tell you though, but that's how surprises work. How did you get surprised in back in your day? Like, did you just not allow surprises or what?
Nope, I don't like surprise.
Why don't you like surprises, bro?
I don't know, because usually they ain't a surprise. Usually 90%. Sometimes they bullshit.
Pay the man. Why you starting so early, man? We got a man of God coming on here. You over here.
I am too. I told you I am too. He forgives us all. He forgives us all.
Dean fell down and then got up.
That's a good way to start the show.
Down and then got up. Sing along if you know the words. Dean fell down and then got up. Come on, Dean.
For a saint is death, a sinner who fell down and got up.
Come on now. Somebody out there got touched today. Somebody out there needed that word today. Ha. Hey, you remember what happened to those preachers? Everybody's so conservative now. What happened to the
gone? When they had the sweat beating down their heads and everything, and they were in the middle of a dead speech. They stopped do this.
No, my favorite.
But it wasn't no water, no thing. You remember the little tin silver pitcher?
Not the tin.
It was like a silver pitcher. At least at our church, it was a silver pitcher and a little glass. And then mid thing, he would pour that water off in there and go right back to it with them hot rolls on. You know you don't see too many of them rolls on. Them rolls give you about 40 more degrees of heat.
They give you something, that gummy. Oh, we already got people in the comments. Hey, I need y'all to share this out. Hey, fellas, coming to show love. Well, stick around, man. We're gonna talk about some serious stuff right here. What's that on your shirt, though, buddy?
Man, you know what it is, man. It's
Let's talk with Gels and Dean merchandise, man.
Yeah, man. This is the special order ones, though, right here. Special order ones, though.
But where can you get those, though? Can anybody else get them?
Yeah, anybody else can get them. I ain't gonna put it out there yet.
He's not gonna put it out there yet.
If you want one, and you can get one.
Ooh, intriguing.
These are the special kind. It's got the hashtag Pay the Man on the back. Hold on.
Let me see the hashtag Pay the Man on the back. Got the merch, yes, Andrea Louise.
Yeah, you get the hashtag Pay the Man on the back. That's when I cuss like I do all the damn time on the show. But
hey, man, pay the man.
Oh, my bad. Did I do it again? I'm sorry.
You did it again. Yep. There's a little scroll. We gotta fix that scroll, producer. Take it down for me, please.
Well, hey, I like that kind.
Hey. Dean fell down and then got up. Come on,
you're gonna go to the intro on that.
Hey, just go ahead and sing it.
Nah, but I just did it. I can't sing that good.
Dean fell down and then don't leave me by myself out there.
No,
somebody out there know the words.
You better get that water. You better get that water in you.
Hey, look, somebody been touched out there tonight. Somebody need a healing. Come on, man. That was the best church. That's vintage church. That's right up there with like WrestleMania 1997. You know what I'm saying? Heartbreak Kid.
We can make that happen.
The Undertaker.
Hey, did you pay attention back then, though?
What? You just question my daggum wrestling bona fides?
I ain't talking about no daggum wrestling. I'm talking about when the preacher was. Did you pay attention back then?
Yes.
I beg to damn different.
We fell down and then got up. We fell down and Welcome back to Let's Talk with Gales and Dean. I'm your boy Gales without his glasses, but to my left, as usual, is...
Man, you know who it is. The insane Mr. Dean with my... I don't know what you want to call him. To my... What side was I on you? I'm to your what? I was to your what?
To my left.
So you to my right.
Oh, yeah. The other way.
To my right, my co-host, my brother, Mr. Gales with these daggum Sade glasses on.
Hey, I proudly stole them from my wife. Shouts out to wifey.
Well, they kind of small, or your head just big.
My head is real big, but yeah,
I see.
You know what I'm saying? It's all right. I'm still riding around.
You remember them little Halloween masks, the little cheap one, the $5? You just put the little glasses on back then. That's what you look like right about now.
Yeah. Man, why didn't you think I paid attention in church? I was definitely a better church person than you.
How you figure?
What do you mean? How I figured, bro? You were a terror.
Man, I did church skits.
You did church skits. That's so they could like put your dadgum energy to positive use. Let me tell y'all something. Mr. Dean over there to my left literally just be in here clowning. He's an assassin. He's a chuckle assassin. You sitting there trying to mind your business, learn about the Lord, right? Minding your business, learn about the Lord. And what you do, you look over him, he making some stupid face, and then next thing you know, I'm laughing, and then I'm getting in trouble. That's kind of wrapped up. That's all I'm saying.
You know what they say, the second person always get caught, right?
Always, man. Which reminds me, because your girl, huh?
Oh, man, look. All right.
Huh?
We got so many people crying about that. Dude, that's so piss poor crybaby, man. Look, it was okay when Caitlin Clark did it, but when it got done back to her, it's a big damn problem.
No, when did she do it? I need people to understand this. Like, when did she actually do this? Make the gesture.
She did it against South Carolina, arguably one of the best women programs the last 3 or 4 years. But it was cool when she did it, but it was a problem when the girl did it.
She said black and red, please. She's talking about that merch, Dean.
Yeah. We can make that happen. But you think Caitlin Clark was butthurt off that? Man, that girl's a straight up hooper. She ain't gonna do that and use that to fuel for next year. Right. She coming back. But I just don't like that everybody talking about the other girl. Oh, that was poor sportsmanship. It's basketball. It's shit talking in basketball, bro. That's part of it. You give it, you got to take it. She gave it to South Carolina, so she had to take it when they were getting blowed out. Well, I don't think she cried about that. I don't think if she cried, she didn't cry because she got that done to her. She probably cried because they lost the championship. Right. She probably was in the gym that night shooting, and she's coming back next year with a vengeance.
Yeah, man. I hope to hear it. But listen,
nothing wrong. It was nothing wrong with the LSU player did. Nothing at all. So all you people out there crying about it, shut up. You weren't no real competitors. And if you was, I talk shit to y'all all damn day.
Pay the man. What are you doing? That's just
man, because that made me mad, man. You see it all on the thing. Everybody complained about it. It was nothing wrong when Caitlin Clark did it. But when an old girl did it from LSU, it was a big problem. No, it ain't no big problem. It's part of it. Look, go look at basketball. They even doing it with 8-year-olds now. My little 8-year-old team out here, they grittying when they hit a shot in the opposing team face. It's just part of the shit. They doing it at 8. And if them 8-year-old kids ain't getting ass hurt about it, they parents ain't get ass hurt about it. America, shut up. Let these girls ball out. It's basketball. It's sports. It's competition. It's shit talking. If you can dish it, you got to take it. Point blank period. I'm done talking about it. Congratulations to LSU.
All right, man. And then who's winning right now? My beloved UConn's going to give me some money. Wait a minute. Money!
First of all, UConn is blowing them out. Second of all, I ain't never known you to be a UConn fan. That is one of my 3.
I'm not a UConn fan.
Marcus McKnight can vouch for me. It is one, but I did not pick them to win. I picked Alabama to win.
So Mr. Dean wants to purport ourselves as a sports show, and I keep telling him we're not a sports show. And here's how I know we're not a sports show. Dean, I don't know enough about sports to be a sports show, and I know, I don't know, disproportionately more about sports than you do.
You want to run that by me again?
I know more about sports than you do. You want a challenge? You trying to fight? Come at me, bro. I know more about sports than you do. All right, and man. I don't know anywhere near enough to be a sports show. So we loosely talk about sports through the eyes or the POV of fandom and fandom only. We're not experts. We're a couple of silly fellas. I mean, I've got my wife's glasses on because I can't find my glasses and I feel naked without something over my face. You know what I mean? I'm like Ricky Williams out here back in the day.
We never did claim to be experts. We never did claim to be a sports talk show. We just talk.
You know what?
We just talk. You the one, I think, that wanted to make it a sports show.
Hey, I
said I can talk about any damn thing.
Producer. So anytime Dean lies, he gets kicked off the show. Anytime Dean does knife hands at me so aggressively, like he's got to go, man. He's a menace. Man, give me somebody, anybody else. Thank you, producer. Who is this fella? Oh, shoot, Josh McGee. All right. Josh, I'll let you listen, before you introduce yourself, tell the good people out there what you do, who you are. I need you to let me know whether or not we should allow Dean to frap and come back to the show. Or do you want to be the permanent, co-host?
Man, I don't know if I can fill those shoes that Sydney has, man. I can't do that. But
all right. Okay.
We'll bring them back. We need to bring them back. Yeah. There we go.
Josh, I'm kicking his ass when I see him in
Pay the man.
Off the show.
Hey,
I've warned this man about kicking me off the show.
You. I'm safely tucked away in New Mexico. I ain't studying you. Remember,
you ain't got to worry about me coming to New Mexico because I don't even know what the hell in New Mexico outside them big ass lizards and shit y'all got.
Yeah, what would it be like if Sydney had the producer button for one show? What would it be like?
Oh, it'll be like, so I've got a smart. I have. So there you go. There's the preview.
You wouldn't get a word in, would you?
No, never.
It'd be less talk. It'd be less talk with Dean that night. You can guarantee that.
Let's talk with Dean. I don't have to worry about that because Dean has to learn how to do it first. Leaving me with unchecked, unbridled, unfiltered, unlimited power.
Well, get some unlimited power in them clippers and go line that damn beard up there.
You know what? Don't worry about the beard. I can't be like y'all. I got bald spots in my corner of my mouth. Shout out to Dreams Barbershop, Afton, Kelvin. We're gonna be doing something real good. Ooh, almost knocked myself out, man.
Don't do that, man. But guess what, though? We ain't gonna make the show about us. We got our special guest, longtime friend of 20 plus years.
But I like making a show about us. That's the narcissist in me.
I be damn.
Pay the man. Oh, now it's all me. Yay, narcissism. Okay, so guys, here's what I had for lunch. You know what I mean? That's what the world's really coming down to. Everybody, hey man, let me tell you about what I ate. Here's what my little Johnny did. Right? I'm sorry, Dean. I didn't mean to step on your toes. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Look here, man. Dude, what I want to say.
StreamYard might ban us, so I'm not gonna do it. Control yourself. I already know. I've known you for
before
decades.
I was rudely interrupted by that guy up in the corner. I'm not even gonna say his name. He's that guy up in the corner. We're not gonna make the show about us. We got our special guest, a longtime friend of ours of 20 plus years, Mr. Josh McGee on the show. And me, Jeremy, and oh my bad, I said your government. Me, Gales, and McGee go all the way back to AAU. Yeah. 15 years old. Well, hold on. 14, 15, 16 years old.
Yeah.
And don't let this class fool you. Josh was a shooter back then, but he also hustled his ass off. Frustrating,
man.
Well, I'll tell you, man, I appreciate you guys having me on. Talk with Sydney and Courtney's Wedding Restaurants podcast. I've been following it. I'm really happy to see y'all doing this. And now just getting ready for this day. I was going to be here with you guys. I started thinking about all the times AAU basketball. I got a million stories came to my mind. One in particular, Sydney. We was down at AAU basketball in Orlando, Florida. A couple of us had little water guns. We were spraying each other. Sydney disappears for about an hour. He shows up with the biggest water gun I've ever seen in my whole life. And he's over just laying everybody out with it. I'm like, man, only Sydney, man. Only Sydney. So.
Only Dean.
Hey, look, I had to one up everybody back then.
You did.
Just like I try to now. Like if we did it right now, I guarantee you if I left about an hour or two, I'm coming with a machine water gun that only I could probably find. Gales. Hey, Josh, but I wouldn't even go after you, Josh. I go after Gales.
Always the target, forever the target. See, that's what's wrong with America. They come all this black on black crime.
It really wouldn't be black on black because I'm brown. You're black.
Get the frap out. Excuse us. First of all, what you doing? What Chris Rock say about fighting in front of folks?
We just having friendly conversation.
You just like, come on, man. We the same color.
Chris Rock can't talk. He got the shit smacked out of him on National TV. I don't want to hear
Hey, the man. Come on, man. What are we doing here?
Chris Rock can't say nothing else. He got smacked and said, I was joking, but you still got smacked. I don't care if you can't fight or nothing. You got to do something. On national TV, that is never going to lay down. History was made that night. That is going into the history books. So you open up a history book. When our grandkids open up a history book in about 20 years, that slap is going to be in there. Watch what I tell you.
Listen, I don't doubt it, but I want to hear more about Josh's story. I need you to tell the people out there where you come from, what you did then, what you do now, and why. You got all that?
We'll do the best we can, man. So, I'm from and live still right now in Santa Fe, Tennessee. Now, people from Murray County know it's pronounced Santa Fe, but some people pronounce it Santa Fe. So, Santa Fe, small little city here. Went here kindergarten through 12th grade. Right out of towards into high school, linked up with some guys in Columbia, Sydney, a couple other guys, Gales. Who else? Jerry Brown. Who else on that team?
Casey Holt, Stephon Johnson,
man.
Justin.
Knight.
Chris Pointer. I mean, not Chris.
Yeah. Trent Pointer.
Joseph Carter, Tyler Bourne,
Justin Knight.
Justin Knight. We don't play ball. Yep. And a bunch of us all small town guys, man. So we went down and played a couple of tournaments in Orlando and everything, and all considered, I'd say there probably wasn't another group, just a bunch of small town guys playing, man. And we had a good team. It was fun. That's really how I got to know you guys. But post that, went to MTSU, spent 5 years of fun times there, and actually met my wife there. Started working in Nashville. And eventually came back to my family's farm, my family's land in Santa Fe, where I'm at now, and built a house. And got 2 kids, an 8-year-old little girl and a 5-year-old little boy. And man, they keep me busy. That's between that and doing the bodybuilding thing, it really takes up a lot of time. But been working at a company local in Columbia called Wire Masters. Been there for going on 13 years. Mr. Hill and his family have given a lot of people in Columbia a good opportunity to work, and I'm thankful for that. But man, just right now it seems like the bodybuilding thing took off about 3 years ago. I go work out in the gym in Spring Hill, and Courtney was always training there. And he's always like, "Hey man, let me get you showing. Let me get you on the stage." I'm like, "No, man, ain't for me. I got kids, so I ain't got time for that." Finally, his persistency kicked in. I was like, "All right, man, let's do it." So been training under him. This past, I guess it was May the 2nd, he got me on stage at the Arnold Classic Amateur up in Columbus, Ohio, which was just an awesome experience to be on that sort of stage. And it's been, you talk about the title of the show, the discipline, man. It's really enhanced my discipline. I'm more of a disciplined person than I am now than I was back when we played ball and everything. And I'm thankful for that. And Courtney, I'm a big shout out to him for introducing me to that lifestyle, because I'm kind of addicted to it now, I guess you could say. So,
man, hey, y'all don't realize, man. Back in the day, Josh was 6'3", 145 pounds soaking wet.
No lies.
If you seen this man in person now, he every bit of 250, all muscle. Make me look bad. Hey, when we was at Tame Wedding, right? I think I'm in pretty good shape. I stood next to them too. I got to stand a little far back because they made me look bad. Talking about 2 big wide shoulders like it, I was like, nah, I ain't there no more. But hey, they're my guys. So I take a back seat to them. I'll never take a back seat to you girls. Asshole.
Pay the man. Lord have mercy. What I do to this guy? What have I done to this fella? Listen, Josh, all I remember about you is having all the swag. Like before there was a Tyler Hero or what's that rapper's name gonna be in the remake of White Man Can't Jump?
Jack Harlow.
Jack Harlow. Yeah, all the swag, talk all that trash. He wasn't scared of anyone or anything. Like, where does that kind of confidence come from? And have you passed it down to your children?
Oh my gosh, man. My confidence comes from playing with people like Sydney. They make you play that way. So passing my kids, man. I think so. I think unfortunately, so I believe my son at the Mule Day this past weekend, my sons and daughters on the side, yelling everybody's coming through and dancing, and there's music playing. I'm thinking, oh man, I got my hands full, man. So, that's another thing about it. Like, there's things that your kids pick up on. You know this, Gales. Kids are like sponges, man. Cindy, too.
Oh, yeah.
Anything you do, they pick up around it. So that's one thing about doing the whole bodybuilding thing. I catch my son all the time. Hey, daddy, look at this. Look at my back pose. It's like, man, he was just watching me do that kind of stuff. And I'm thinking, well, there could be a lot worse things he could be seeing me do. So I'm thankful for that.
You ain't lied about that, man. My boys talk so much shit.
Pay the man.
I be sitting back like, I don't really want to do it, but who they got it honest, right? They got that honest. I'm like, man, they be talking so much shit. And I'm like, man, look, I guess I started something and now I got to live with. Now I see what my daddy went through. Yep.
But it's worse now. Because it's exposed.
It's worse, man.
It's way worse.
It's worse, man.
We just click of a button, they can see whatever they want to see, on the phone and YouTube stuff. And that's scary, man.
Josh, us being competitors, and we play AAU ball, and we was, like you said, we were a small town team. We played against big city teams, and never did back down. If they talk, we talk. What was that? Tennessee Thunder. That was our rival. I mean, I think we played them over. In 3 years AAU, I know we played them over 20 times. We had to. Yeah. We would always have to run in them in the championship. They have to run in us. So by me asking that, how do you feel about the trash talking the other night in the championship game, the women championship game?
Yeah, man. So I didn't have a problem with it, really. And honestly, I don't think that I saw the highlights. I didn't actually see the game, but I don't feel like the girl got even that upset about it. At first, she didn't let her emotions see the girl from what's the school? LSU versus who was it? What was the girl's name?
Caitlin Clark.
She didn't seem like she got upset at first. She kind of blacked it out. She kind of put it away. But listen, that's just get ready for it, man. That's just get tough. Oh,
we broke it in. Hey, look. Everybody got to go put on a tank top now or get off the screen. Gales, never mind.
Hey,
man, give me a tank top. He think it's play.
I seen Josh had sleeves on, so I had to take advantage of this opportunity.
Man, we got the man himself. It's the IFBB Pro Untamed. Courtney English, my cousin, my brother. If y'all know him, you know me. We always tight. But him and Josh tight. I don't really think he like Gales. He just deal with his ass, though. He just deal with it, man. Hey, Josh, since I got both of y'all on here, man, because I know how it is. I've worked out with Tane before. And he ain't never tapped. Yeah, he tapped me out there one time.
Yeah, I did.
He tapped me out there one time. I ain't gonna lie. I went flat on my face. But I can usually keep up. Not like his level, I keep up. How is it working out with him? Because I know y'all work out together. How is it working out with him?
Man, Courtney lifts heavy weight and high reps. I mean, it's like, he's like, yeah, we're about to do 4 sets, 120. He's about to do 4 sets of 10. It's like, okay, well, let's do it, man. And it's like, but it's good though, because Courtney pushes me, man. Like I see him working through it, and it's a lot of reps, a lot of sets, and it's like, hell, that builds your strength, man. That builds your endurance. It builds, your character. Talking about discipline. I mean, Corey's a disciplined person, or he wouldn't be as strong as he is. But no, it ain't no joke. If he wants to put you under, he's gonna put you under, man. There's no doubt about it. He wants to work out.
I came home. It might have been last year before. I don't know. He like, man, we finna do 10 set of 10 dumbbell bench. I'm straight with that. He said 10 set of 10. And we gonna start at the hundreds and go up.
Yep. That sounds about right, man.
Y'all hear what I said? Start at the hundreds and go up. I think I went to I got to 125, maybe 130. This man went to. Did you go to the one? Was it 150, 170?
Yeah, the 150.
No lift off. I tried to help.
I did do 170 one time. Yeah.
Yeah, I said you need to lift off cut. Nah, I got it. You the hell out of me. Go ahead and get that shit there. I'm watching.
Hey, I know, man, Corey, how long have we been working out together, man? It's been what, 3.5 years?
3.5 years, yeah.
So I can't tell you one time where I've had to give Corey a lift off. I ain't gonna lie to you. Not one single time.
I do. I hate it. I hate it, man. For some reason, I just hate it. I don't feel like it's me.
Yeah, man.
It's almost like if he ain't gonna pick the weight up unless he can push it.
He don't need no. Hey, look, we had people in the gym. They wasn't watching me because I tell you, I stopped at the 130s. People stopped they dead workout. Well, looking at this. You know what I mean? And then me and Tane, we talk about it all the time. I call him. I see a lot of guys in the gym, or see dudes talking about what they doing. I'm like, they just rep that shit 3 or 4 times.
Pay the man.
Y'all guys picking up your shit and you repping it 10 sets of 10. So I don't respect these dudes just picking up this heavy weight and you do it 4 or 5 times. Talk about I did it. No, get up there and do it 10 to 12 and do multiple sets of it. Then I might respect you a little bit. Other than that, don't talk no shit.
Producer. So I told him not to talk like that unless he says we are not giving you direct advice. He trying to get us sued. He don't want to get better. He don't want to get better. Can y'all talk a little bit about, like, I know Tane's been probably doing it the longest. Like, what before you have shut the crap up on my dreads? People with no hair has no room to talk about anything I got on my head. Hair on the
face though.
Oh, see, he gonna hit me where I'm vulnerable, man. I've got all these bald spots in my face. That's all right. I'm gonna catch you.
You just gotta let it feel in, man.
Yeah, I'll fill in one of these days. I ain't gonna tell. I'll tell y'all after the show what a lady told me I should do to fill that in. It's a little bit much. So Tane, tell us, like, before your license, what's the verbiage you're supposed to use if you're gonna have people work out with you to protect yourself legally, and then how does that change once you're licensed and actually doing it for a career?
Well, honestly, I tell people, like, first and foremost, don't do this stuff if you're not certified in it. And I mean, a certification ain't you doing one competition and then saying I'm taking on clients for training and stuff like that. You want to be certified in it because you want to know what you're doing. And then you got, just like anything, you got to make sure that you got your liability set up and and things of that nature. But I mean, you just gotta, if you it takes a lot to coach and train people. I mean, because it's, Josh is somebody who peak week, the week before his show, was eating over 300 grams of carbs. Whereas somebody like me, the last 4 weeks, I won't eat that much total. You know what I mean? He's doing it in a week. So it's, you've got to have the knowledge and you've got to make sure that you're paying attention, to the person, to their body, how it responds and things like that. I mean, it can get tricky sometimes. So if you don't have the base knowledge and you're just trying to jump in and just do this, man, you're gonna be in trouble.
That's right. You find the same thing, Josh?
Yeah, he's right. I mean, it's having someone like Courtney, watching me and his expertise and saying, well, your body's doing this. Let's tweak this up. I'm thinking, what's he talking about? Make the change. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, he's right. Just, you couldn't get that off a chat form or something else, or you couldn't Google the answer to that question. So no, having the knowledge built over time. And I mean, gosh, Courtney, how many shows have you done before?
Ooh, me?
Yeah.
Man, I think I'm at 34.
See, I mean, that right there. I mean, and some Courtney probably, he might sit here and tell you, some he peaked at the right time, some he probably didn't hit right. Mm-hmm. And by going through the trenches and stuff like that, he's learned things that he brought to the table to his competitors. It's like, well, this worked for me. Let's try to tweak this your way. And some people it works, some people don't. Some people you got to go a totally different path. Like you were saying, we kept feeding me at this last show, and it's just like, we don't want to lose the fullness. We just kept feeding. We're like, we're staying conditioned. And it was just like, something that really having someone with the expertise like Courtney watching you is something that's highly needed, really, if you want to compete.
And I mean, to brag on Josh, like he so in August, he won the overall at the Knoxville Classic. Crazy moment, man. It was, I was able to bring the trophy out and things like that. So that was pretty dope, but he was sitting at around, Josh, correct me if I'm wrong, 205, 204?
Yeah, about 205.
Yeah, and so when he got on stage at the Arnold, he was, I'm guaranteed with the way that we ate, he was probably sitting right at 225 with the same conditioning. So you're looking at almost a 8 to 10 month swing of 20 plus pounds on stage. You know, but you can't just do that. I mean, like his discipline, his work ethic. You know what I mean? I could tell him to go outside, cut the grass, bag it, fry it, eat it. He'll say how many ounces. You know what I mean? So, I mean, when I talk about the discipline and the dedication, I think just a great guy. You know, I mean, this guy went from, he went from a client to a groomsman in my wedding. You know what I mean? You know, so it's a lot farther beyond, when you speak of, somebody's character, somebody's dedication, in all aspects of life. You know what I mean? So like he's somebody that, that needs his flowers now.
Right. Hey, he put on a show at your wedding too.
He did.
Hey, look, Josh was nervous, man. Josh was like, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. He said, but I'm gonna make it good. And when he did it at rehearsal, it was good. But when he did it at the actual wedding, it was better. Yeah. Like, that man, hey, he killed it when they called him out, man. So,
man,
he did a good job.
That was an awesome time.
So look, here's my question to you. What are some of the bad? Right. What's up, Tanner? What's up, Spring Hill alumni, MVP, VIP, Dustin Skelly?
Yeah,
there he is. There he is. Kept his composure the whole game and still produced. And we need more people like him, not like some other folks. I'm not gonna even say their name. Producer. Yeah, we're gonna bring it up every daggone time, man. It was disgusting. I lost the bet. Now I got to get in shape and play. I got to save Spring Hill next year at the Hill. On the Hill. I had to recruit.
Hey, Tame, Josh, did y'all just hear what this man said?
Producer.
Hey, I tried to say, hey, Sid, I tried to take myself off the screen when he said that.
This man just said, get himself
listen,
and come save Spray Hill.
Hold on, producer, give me a one shot, producer. Thank you. Listen, they can sit here, y'all fellas. I am gonna slowly get myself in shape. So I've been stretching and walking, right? I've been eating right. Because look, Tame told me a long time ago, I said, how do you get a physique like that? He says, man, it's the discipline on that plate. I said, okay, well, how do you get in shape and not worry about discipline? I can't let that food go, man. I like all my stuff fried and dipped in cheese and all kinds of stuff I ain't supposed to have,
Yeah, that's where it starts, man. It's in the kitchen, I'm telling you. That's the hardest part.
Yeah. Producer. Yeah, get the frap out of here. I'm done with that. I'm telling you, I ain't doing it. I like to eat too much. Mr. McGee, I know you're telling the truth.
And you ain't coming to be the savior then. You ain't coming to be the savior.
I'm coming to be the savior. What you talking about? I'm about to pray.
Probably be the laughing stock out there.
I can ball. What are you talking about? What evidence you got that I ain't balling now? Speaking of slowly getting in shape, can anyone speak for the average guy trying to juggle family life? Ooh, right. And then Who That Podcast? What's up, Cap? One half of Who That Podcast, them aliens over there, go check them out if you dare. Dadgummit. Okay, I think mine is just inactive. Okay. Hey, girls, take Ashley's sunglasses off. Yeah, look, we already discussed this, man. I told you. But it's not stealing from your wife because, as you know, we're married. That means we're one person. We're one being, right? These just much my sunglasses as hers.
To answer Mike's question, it'd have to be, we'll let Tame or Josh answer that question.
All right, let's hear it, fellas. Tame, or we'll let Josh go first, and then we'll see what the master has to say up there, Tame.
So, speaking of slowly getting in shape, can anyone speak for the average guy trying to juggle family life? But, I like to think that's me, man. My kids, if it wasn't my wife, there's no way I could do bodybuilding. There's no possible way. She, especially in prep, she really carries the burden with the kids, helping get them place A to B and stuff like that. But just making time, finding the time to do it. I mean, Cordy will probably can tell you this. I mean, the kids stuff are all busy. I work a full-time job. My kids, I train, but I still train like 5 o'clock every morning. And does it suck getting up at 3:30 to get the meals ready and get up the door? Yeah, but it's like that's the only time I have to figure out. When can you fit that in? And, eventually you get your kids. I've taken my kids to the gym at Trey Hillman a few times. So if you have access to get your kids involved in it, I know Sydney does that a lot. Get his kids involved in activities. Get the kids looped in. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, and to piggyback off what I said, I mean, it just comes down to, preparation and structure, scheduling, like what time of day do you have it to where you can do it? It may not be the convenient time, but you may have to get up at 5 a.m., to get the get the job done. You know, so it's about finding that time frame where you can get it done, but also scheduling out, you know, what you got with your kids and things like that. So just having a schedule and being prepared. You know, just start there very simply, and then get your momentum going. I mean, it'll be like clockwork.
Yeah, I know for me, because y'all know I coach ball and stuff, so I got mine just set up on when I get off work. I go to the gym for an hour and a half, 2, get my work in, and then I bring my son back up there. On top of the other players I got, I bring them back up there and train, and I might get another workout with them in it. My biggest thing, what I tell people, you got to get your ass in there first. You know, you always hear people talking about, man, I'm gonna start. Yeah, but that talk is cheap because everybody say they're gonna do something. You gotta get your ass in there, and you getting that 1 or 2.
Okay, producer, that gum with that mouth. We trying to court Disney. He just letting it rip all over that gum place. For 1, for 2, is that gum myth? Is that a myth? Like, do you have to get in there 2-3 hours a day?
No, you got to.
You might need 5.
You know what? You ain't okay. All right. So look, man, I'm gonna ask y'all this because we've been talking, and a lot of people were really touched by this question of whether or not our children today were soft. Okay, and so now we've made it sort of a thematic thing where we just ask everybody who comes on. So I'll start with you, Mr. Untamed Fitness down there. Are children today soft?
Yeah, they are. And I can't even say it's not their fault. It's how they're being raised compared to how they've been, you know, in the past, you know, and it's more the parents. I mean, because honestly, just to piggyback off of what's going on, with Reese and Clark, you know, these parents are just in an uproar. I mean, just literally crying on social media, you know, about she shouldn't do this, she shouldn't do that. You know, what she did, well, it's okay if she does, and when she doesn't, you know, and it's like, but the competitors, they not caring. They probably didn't hit each other up. They probably talking. You know, like I said on my stat earlier, Caitlin Clark probably said, schedule them first game of the season next year. Let me get my lick back. You know what I mean? She hadn't come out. She hadn't cried. She hadn't said anything, you know, but it's the parents. Even with kids, when you can go use sports nowadays and things like that, the kids just want to play. But the parents are the ones that's in the crowd acting a fool, you know, and just being way too much. You know, like they can't go against their parents, so they got to dummy down and go with it, you know. So I just think it's a negative influence. Yeah, they're soft, but I can't put it on the kids for being soft. It's just the way that, you know, the generation is being right.
What you think, Josh?
Man, I think kind of adding what Courtney said, I think a lot of the problem are these right here. Cell phones, easy access to information. And the worst thing is the kids are seeing us do it. I'm guilty of it. I'll be on my phone, emailing or whatever, and the kids are trying to talk to me. So I think we're not helping the cause. Our society's not, because we're all addicted to some sort of electronic device that grabs your attention away. So I think the softness is probably softer than the generations that we all grew up as, but it's not their technical fault. I agree with Courtney. I think it's more just a generational thing, which is kind of scary. What's it going to be like in 20 years from now? When's the next generation?
Holograms?
2 years to be like?
Holograms, augmented reality, VR. Like, we're just going to keep getting bigger. But it's so here's the thing. Right. So y'all see Jill Biden wants to invite Iowa and LSU to the White House. Like, I don't know, man. Gentle parenting, 15 years. We going to see how this stuff plays out. No, we're not going to see. Like, they've already mapped out. Like, professionals have already mapped out exactly where we're going. And what you're seeing in the numbers today, basically, we're having less sex. Right? It's going to be the first time in human history where more people are dying. Look at you.
Boy, I wanted to say some shit.
On, I'm talking about adults.
I knew that was going to be a loaded question right there. I was waiting for Steve. I thought Steve would have jumped off.
Look, I learned in the private chat. I was like, Dean, go. I was trying to produce him, man.
This subject right here. No,
but literally, this is gonna be the first time, bro. This is literally gonna be the first time that more people are dying than are being born. They're supposed to stay together. There's supposed to be a direct correlation, and that's slipping. It's the first time that we've had more jobs available than workers to work them. While we're about to see the great boomer retirement, right? They're eventually gonna eventually not be able to work, or they're gonna eventually, finance themselves so they can retire, like they should have probably a decade ago. But when all the boomers go at once, like we're gonna be looking at each other like we're crazy. So that's why they're trying to drastically change like policy as far as people coming across the borders, and that's the northern, southern, and eastern borders as well, to make sure we got people to work jobs and perform tasks. We are really just like, but that's what happens when you don't honestly talk to children, because they're gonna get exposed to a lot of different things. It's a matter of how we have these conversations with them. It can no longer be don't do as I say, not as I do. No, you gotta be like Josh and Dean and Tame, and get your kids involved in your workouts. Have these conversations when you're picking them up in the car and you're dropping them off somewhere. You got to just start getting involved in your kids' life, which involves a lot of listening. A lot of listening. I'm gonna say it again for Dean. A lot of listening.
You can kiss my ass, but hey,
I knew it. That gonna pay the man.
I think a lot of it come from so when we was growing up, we really just didn't sit in the house. You know what I mean? Like everybody was out in the neighborhood doing something. I don't care what sport it was, whatever, football, baseball, basketball, volleyball. It didn't matter. Kickball. You was always out doing something every day. Your parents didn't have to tell you to get outside and do something. We had devices. It was Nintendo's around, Sega's, PlayStation 1, 2s, 3s. It was all that stuff, man. But it was just the competitive atmosphere of your neighborhood. Neighborhood kids back then, we wanted to compete with each other. You wanted to compete with the older kids. That's the only way you were going to get out there and play. You had to go out there and play with them. You asked one no good, you just kept playing till one of them recognized, and then they put you out there and play.
Hey,
but you're not going to get that. My neighborhood I live in, you see them out there, and that's shocking. They be out there playing, but drive around just a street over, you won't see it. So that's what I'm saying, man. It ain't consistent like it was when we was coming up. And like Josh said, it's got them all these devices and stuff, man. They just done made them lazy. They don't want to do the shit.
Pay the man again. Tame, can you or Josh speak to Dean's lack of discipline? Like, I can't get him to watch his language for nothing. We out here trying to reach the masses, and this man keeps shooting himself in the foot. I keep telling him, every curse word he says automatically cuts a third of our daggum audience.
I bet it's different. I think it gained a fifth of it.
Just gonna throw out a random fraction. I've done all this work, and every week I lose Dean. Every week I do all this preparation for these shows, right? I've got stats, right? The statistics. I've got all these articles and videos, and he crushes me every week with just made up stuff. I think it gains by a fifth. A fifth of what?
Damn sure ain't a fifth of hen. Or that James Fox.
Hey man, Fox, no sir.
Hey,
yeah.
Hey, look, hold on. I'm gonna tell you a story about this James Fox, right? Josh, I don't know if you know. I
don't know where he's going, but thank you, producer. We all married men. We're children of God, right? Where are you going, Mr. D?
Yeah, let me tell you. It ain't nothing bad. It ain't nothing bad. Okay, so back in the day, in our 20s, probably 2021, me and Tame, we would go out and stuff. We didn't have a lot of money. I ain't ashamed to tell you. We cable all the way. We didn't have a lot of money. So instead of going in the bars and stuff, buying what was a shot cost back then? It was still high, right?
It was still high, like about $5-6.
Man, we found this liquor called James Fox. We used to call it Jamie Fox. You can get a bottle about this big, or you can get a bottle about that big. Either way it coming, you wasn't coming out no more than about $8.
Man,
we buy that daggum thing, man.
Hey, the gallons was $8, man.
Yeah. Hey, we buy that daggum bottle, man. We pull up, we pregame out there, listen to Yo Gotti. We go in the establishment. When we feel ourselves coming down, run right back outside to the Crown Vic. pop it again, boy. We were notorious for that. We've been there loose off $8.
That ball lasts us a month.
Dean, that's a multi-purpose bottle there. In case you run out of gas, it'll probably run your car too.
Probably.
It's a disinfectant. I mean, think about it. I'm not an expert, but I can say this: you've never seen COVID and Fox in the same room. That's all I'm saying. Disinfectant. It can be gas. It can get you loose. All kinds of stuff. But
That's
what are we telling the kids today, like, about discipline? Like, I don't know, like, because do y'all agree that we can't just, because Tame, you're gonna be on, I believe, next week with the coaching staff there. How do y'all approach the current day student athlete to get them on board with what you're saying, believe, buy in, and then run with it?
The biggest thing with that is you got to create a foundation of trust. That's out there. You got to let the student athlete know that you are there for them. 100%. And that's the big thing, because like once you get them to buy in, to you, the culture that you want to create, you got to be living that culture as well. You got to lead by, and once they see that and they buy in, then it's easy to go from there.
I like it. So Dean, what's your rebuttal to that? Because Dean is very much the guy who says, "No, you're gonna do it or else." And I'm saying it's not gonna work for every kid.
Well, it's ways. High coach is ways to tell them how to do it or else. You ain't got to be aggressive with it. You ain't got to be an asshole about it. Your kids, your players know when you serious, and your kids know when you playing around, and they take to it. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna get you to do it my way, but I ain't got to be an asshole about it on their field or on their court to get you to do it my way. Just know that I'm really there to coach you, to put you in the right position to succeed. And once they see that, they'll bust their ass for you. But you got to have discipline. You can't get out. You have no discipline. You could take a team full of all-stars. Memphis Grizzlies, prime example. NBA caliber team, no discipline. So come playoff time, they'll get up 20 points on somebody and wind up losing by 15 because they have no discipline. They do dumb stuff. But they got an NBA team on paper, but they have no damn discipline. They don't give no discipline from their coach. And I'm just using them for a prime example because that's an NBA caliber championship team, but they have no discipline. You see it in college football all the time, man. You just see it everywhere. So you got to have discipline. You can take a team full of mediocre players with discipline, and they'll go out there and beat an all-star team.
But how do you instill that in a kid, especially if they've been told by the world today's commodity is, or what we value today is attention. As long as you get attention, it don't matter, good, bad, ugly, attention, likes, all that stuff. By the way, don't be afraid to hit that like button, stars, subscribe, and all that stuff, right? But the idea that like today's what do you call it? The currency of the day is attention. So how do you get those kids to kind of get out of that mindset? And then you need to do, like Tyson said, his trainer told him, do what you hate like you love it. Right? That's the hard work, the working, the routine, getting up early, taking care of the grades, manners, chores, and relationships. Like, how do you get them on board with that?
Let me jump in here, Gail. So I think my kids they have their problems, don't get me wrong, but I've tried to keep them sort of disciplined in the fact of giving them responsibilities, giving them things to do, try to get them on a schedule of certain things. It's like, each day on Sunday we go to church, then we come home and we do X, Y, Z. So just building some structure, because I feel like when they're not having structure, they're free roam to do kind of whatever they want. And the first thing they'll do is grab a phone, grab the remote, watch YouTube, and they're not getting any quality material at that point, in my opinion. So giving them a little bit of responsibility and letting them see you do things responsible. Like they know at certain times of the day I'm doing certain things, and I'm meal prepping every night. They see me doing these things. And my son the other night said, "Hey, Daddy, I want to meal prep like you." And I'm thinking, "All right, what do you want? What do you want to?" He's like, "I want a bologna and cheese sandwich." It's like, "All right, I'll make you these to school." So, just stuff like that, helping put your kids in situations where they just build consistency and have a schedule, I think is a big portion of it.
That's great, man. First of all, I like your timing. We got some stuff behind the scenes happening. That was some good timing, boy. And man, look, stay tuned. We're gonna have to get him on the show. Anywho, man, listen, we talk about discipline in hard times. I want people to be able to share honestly whatever is bothering them. There's something to that. Like, you get to a point where you can just, like, I had a problem at Vanderbilt when I was there, like, asking for help. We're talking about world-renowned tutors. They would have given me a laptop and for a tutor per subject. You understand me? Per subject. That was a top 25 private institution, and I didn't take it because I didn't know to. So I want people to start thinking about, how can I adjust self first to get a common goal? Because you want your kids to do well, right? And if you need help, ask for it. Just like our friends here in the Albuquerque area. If you have somebody who's dealing with dementia, Alzheimer's, there's a place for you. Do not feel bad about trying to give yourself some time. And that's why we've partnered with Mayberry Senior Services, LLC. So let's check them out.
I love her so much, but I need time alone to catch up on things.
The nursing home is not an option for me. I just can't leave her.
If you've been struggling to take care of a loved one, Mayberry Senior Services can help. Our day program is a cost-effective alternative to assisted living or in-home care. We provide engaging activities and assistance with trained staff who are dedicated to improving quality of life. Join our Mayberry family. Call to schedule a tour today.
Again, that's for the Albuquerque area. So what are we doing to incentivize people getting outside? Like, I love Josh's answer, like, just get involved, right? You go out with your kids. Like, the kids just kind of want to be around us naturally. So you see kids who like if I ask Dean right now, hey man, what sport does your son like? Well, probably the sports that he plays and watches around his son. Am I right, Dean? Same with me. So what I've done with my kids,
I don't like this shit.
wait a minute. Oh, so we got some sense. Okay, good. I'm glad for him. Shout out to nephew out there. So what I'm saying is, like, what I try to do with my kids, and you gentlemen can tell me a little bit about your side, is we watch science videos, we watch stupid, goofy videos that I can't stand, but they do. So if you like it, I care about it too. But then we watch videos, like my son was trying to shoot like Steph Curry. Look, Daddy, I can shoot from way back on a little Fisher Price. And so then I showed him top 25 dunks of all time. And now I can't stop this dude from walking past anything that looks remotely like a rim without trying to slam it down, right? So we have to be very careful and just make sure we're doing, like Josh said, make sure we're leading by example.
Yeah, man, I get a kick out of, like, I'm sitting right here and I can see Josiah out of my peripheral playing Fortnite and swinging the shit at the TV. It's so funny. Cause I can see it. Man. Like, I ain't cut my eye, but I can see his body language playing them games and stuff. And like that, I get a kick out of seeing that, the reactions to that. But he be watching stuff on YouTube and he'll show them to me. I don't know what the hell some of that stuff is. But the one thing, like, he will watch other youth football leagues to learn to see how those kids play and try to better his game. And I don't even tell him to do that. Like, he find an 8U football team and he watch how they play to try to better his game. So that makes me pretty proud, because I don't even tell them to do that. I'm not one of them to just try to drill it in your head and still I still want you to be a kid at the end of the day, even though I want you to play that sport. But that's how I do it.
Hey, Gales, let me add one thing and kind of piggyback off what Dean said. I think, see what you guys' opinion is, I think getting kids involved in activities, obviously everything, but getting them involved in some sort of organized sport, helps with the team building factor, helps with the competitive factor, discipline. I think that is huge. My wife and I, we both played basketball. As we talked about, she played at Riverdale when she was in high school there. We both played basketball, so we put a goal up here. And our daughter loves basketball. She's playing the little star league here in Santa Fe, and they start back here in a few weeks, up next week, I think. But the fact, like, just that time she spent there, I can tell there's a sense of kind of team camaraderie that she's gaining from that. So, what do you guys think about the importance of getting your kids involved in a team sport, what that brings for their character.
I wouldn't limit it to just sports. So one thing we're about to start, because my girls are 18 and 14, my boys are 6 and 4. And it's around that time where they got the discipline and they know how to sit and be still and be quiet for a little bit, but they know how to get crazy too. So what we're trying to do, especially in this summer, it's gonna be really important, is we get them involved in one sport, one martial art, and one sort of theater art. So we're gonna get the boys into dance, martial arts, and then a sport of their choosing. And right now, like Jackson, JJ asked me for a basketball. That's why one exists. Because I'm just like my mom. I'm not gonna try to push them into sports just because I played. Right? They have to live their own lives. We thought he was gonna be a little scientist, and so we got a bunch of lab equipment and his little lab coat. Right? J Jack's coming soon. Professor JJ Action Jackson. So what I'm saying is, we started there, and he saw something at school or on TV. I was watching the game, and he asked for a basketball. But it's funny enough, his brother literally sleeps with that thing. He's dribbling constantly. He's trying to chuck it at the rim. That's the little baller. Like JJ, when he does it, is very focused. But we also want to kind of spread it around because we realize the problem in people trying to be so specialized real early in one sport. The wear and tear it does on your body, the wear and tear it does on your mentality as well. Like all the greats, Jordan played baseball as well. Deion Sanders, Bo Jackson. It seems to be a common thread that they play multiple sports. So that's where I'm at. Diversify, right?
Right. I mean, the one sport of hell I want mine to play. Of course, I play football and basketball. Then football is my love. Hell, I want mine, both of them, to play baseball. And one of them did play baseball. He was pretty good, and he done just quit playing football and baseball for basketball. And the baby boy, I want his ass to play baseball and won't get out there and play it. I want them to play baseball, but they won't. But I ain't gonna force it on them. If you decide you want to play, then you play. But if not, then I guess I just have to be sad about it.
But don't be sad. Just embrace it.
I ain't sad, man. I'm just talking shit. But
pay the man. Dang, gummit, what we gonna do with this guy? Tame. Who's the best athlete in y'all's family?
Me.
For y'all who don't know, Tame and Dean are cousins by blood. We're all
man, why you have to get this shit going, man? You know he gonna say him, but everybody know it's me.
Man, you the best football player.
Hey man, that's a show you got to get every last one of the cousins except two of them. Hold on, let me rephrase.
Whoa!
You gotta get all the older cousins, so we competitors. You gotta get us on the show. Look, Hub gonna say, "Bam!" He lost his damn mind, man.
You don't even believe that. You don't believe that. Unless you count fishing and hunting as a sport.
Yeah,
fishing and hunting is a sport. Sporting goods. Come on, baby.
We get Bam third or fourth.
Yeah, he have close third. Yeah.
He's shooting that bow, he's killing us. He's shooting that bow, he's killing us.
That's right.
But here's what I'm saying. I feel like out of the four of us sitting here, I think I got all y'all.
And what?
Everything, anything. Challenge me to something.
You lost your damn mind. Get his ass off the screen.
What? Wait, hold on now.
There you go, man.
Hey, Josh Tank, did y'all hear what this man just said? Did y'all hear you notice nobody said anything? We just all stuck because you just made that comment.
Yeah. Like he froze up there.
Try me. I'm not froze. Right? Try me.
And
y'all want to do some reps? You want to race? You want to get in the batting cages? What do you
mean?
want?
Racing a spelling bee? That's about it.
No, I'm a terrible speller. Look, that's one thing that is my Achilles heel. For some reason, words just don't stick in my head like that. Yeah.
Now, if you're doing an essay, we're going to give it to you all day.
You got that.
But athletics, and I ain't saying you wasn't athletic. You just wasn't athletic.
I'm just saying, y'all talking about Tame taps you out. Tame, have I ever tapped out with you? All right, then. There you go. Wait a minute now.
Look, I ain't gonna lie. All right, Tame. In a free throw contest, Gales give all three of us a run for our money. That man do not miss free throws.
He'll take my money. I ain't shot a basketball in a minute, man. So.
Man, that man do not miss free throws. I give him that. He can shoot.
I need y'all to get in shape down there in Santa Fe, man, because we're doing some stuff. I'm saying Fe. I'm in New Mexico. While I'm in New Mexico,
okay.
New Mexicans say Santa Fe. You know what I'm saying? Get shot with something like that. Okay. Santa Fe when I cross the Mississippi. Deal?
A deal. I'm with it.
Okay. All right. So listen, I'm beating y'all in anything. I want to see y'all on the court. I want to see y'all on the field, on the diamond.
I'm trying to find the 03 tape in Spring Hill, because bro, I really feel like I dunked on you, man.
Listen, maybe some of the greats get dunked on. Got dunked on.
I really do.
Tang, we were talking about that not too long ago. We were trying to figure it out.
Yeah, we couldn't.
He did catch one off the rim, but Gail, I want to defend it.
Update y'all information.
I can't remember.
Update y'all information. First of all, Tane, Dean, Josh, y'all did not look like that in high school. So things changed. All I'm saying is I'm kind of great at everything.
Hey, man.
Except spelling.
Hey, you didn't look like that in high school, nigga.
Just a little different.
Right, okay. Listen, give me 1 year. 1 year. I'm gonna show y'all. Look, and I'm gonna
write it down.
I'm gonna write it down. Hold on. What's today's date? I got my little notes here.
Dang, put it on the calendar. We're gonna flag it right here.
The thing is, I know the man can do it because if you seen him when he came back from Vanderbilt, you know he put in work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But he got to go back to that mind frame at least to do it.
Oh, you don't woke up with a monster already. Yeah. Like, listen, anybody get kicked out of an alumni game within 7 minutes, like that just is disgusting.
Hey, look,
I am so appalled. Producer, I am so appalled that he no discipline. We talking about discipline, no discipline. Gales, I do remember when you were just a big teddy bear, a teddy bear that once hit a man in practice and dislocated his shoulder. Listen, man, I'm a lover and a fighter now. I need y'all to be very careful how y'all want to proceed.
Not with them damn glasses on.
Hey, man, you better leave me and my wife's glasses alone, right?
I don't know what my actual glasses off your face. You're killing our ratings tonight.
That's all right, man. We got Tame and McGee to make us look good. Speaking of which, Tame, I'm gonna give you the last word. Any projects you're working on, any shout outs, and we're gonna see him very soon here.
No, don't really got anything now, just getting clients ready. My biggest project was, get my strong competitors ready for the Arnold. So, like now I'm trying to get the groove of things with myself, but I mean, life got to slow down just a little bit before I try to put the focus on myself.
Ooh, that's big, man. Appreciate you coming on, Mr. McGee. What you working on, my man?
Man, just taking one day at a time, trying to get better spiritually, physically, mentally, financially. Just take every day as a blessing and wake up and tackle it, man. Do my best foot forward every day.
That's right, man. I appreciate y'all for stopping by. I'm gonna put y'all in the green room. You can still hear and see us, and we'll do our thing and wrap up the show here in a little bit. Dean, I want to bring up something that's a little bit more serious. This case here in my home city of Albuquerque, New Mexico, of a young lady who, and this is all alleged, right? Snuck out the house. She's 13 years old, snuck out the house, goes with a friend, gets separated from the friend, and gets involved with some other folk who then drugged, beat, and allegedly raped her. Okay? So this is one of the things that scares us to death. We always, I'm constantly, and other parents have got to feel this, I'm sure. I'm constantly talking to my kids, and after each conversation, it's the same level of anxiety. Did I say too much? Where it's just white noise and they don't listen to anything because I said way too much. Did I not say enough? Right? What did I miss? Where are the blind spots? So I wanted to ask you, because I know you're too emotional to get on and talk about it, but now that you've had some time to process a little bit, what's the warning you want to give to parents out there who maybe right now dealing with this same type of situation or want to avoid it?
Man, the warning I would like to give, man. I know we can't keep up with all the friends that your kids have. It's impossible. But the ones that you see and you get these feelings or these red flags, something ain't right about this person. Because everybody ain't your kid friend. Hell, everybody ain't our friend. You know what I mean? Like it could be done to us. As two big grown ass men, all it takes is one slip in a drink or something, and you don't know what you're doing. You know what I mean? So I'm saying if it could happen to us, it definitely could happen to kids. Monitor who your kids hang with, because everybody ain't for their good intentions. You get that red flag, you get that bad feeling, you got to get them away from them. Because your child might have something better than another child got. Your child might be popular. Another child might be mad because this kid got parents and they don't. You know, two parents, which ain't, you know, I don't want to step on no toe, but some kids get that. You got two parents in home, they get mad about it. So they'll do shit like this for that to happen. And I get so mad about it because, like, she didn't see it coming. So in my thing, like, what's going through your mind to do that right there? It's a bunch of y'all and it's one girl. And if there's any little boys involved, what I want to call you, I can't call you on the show, but it's the P word, because I don't condone this shit. As a father of 3 daughters myself, if you did that to mine, I know what I'm coming to do to them. You know, and it touch home when you got daughters. It can happen to a little boy too, but it happened to a girl. So it touch home when you have daughters, because I got 3 teenage daughters, and if anybody was to lower them out and do something to them like that, my psyche, I don't know how I'm gonna handle that, but it ain't gonna be good. And I ain't gonna come out and say what I would do, but I know what I would do.
Yeah,
you know
like I understand the emotion and all that, but I counsel the family and anybody else involved that when you're posting about this stuff, to also keep in mind that we're dealing with other children as well. Children, right? And it really, like, my producer was getting on me about making sure, you know, protect yourself by saying alleged. And it's hard to say alleged when the guys involved, the little boys involved, are online bragging about it. It's hard to say alleged when the girls who did it are online laughing about it, like, yeah, we beat that bleep, bleep, bleep. And like, it was just funny, which made me really sad, Dean, because I'm thinking about that's somebody else's baby too, right? 12, 13, 14, 15 years old, I think all the way up to 19 involved in this entire incident. So what's happening in the world today where you got people, first of all, kids naive enough to, you know, sneak out the house and try to do whatever, right? And the kids who were involved in the assaults, allegedly. Like, what's happening when that's how these kids are having quote unquote fun? Drugs, alcohol, sex, violence. Like, I mean, it's just incredible. So I'm really trying to think about this from the aspect of how can we prevent not only our children from becoming victims, but how can we prevent them from becoming perpetrators? And there's a bigger game afoot here, because that gummit, Dean, in this country, you got to work a couple of jobs or one really good job, and your spouse has to work a really good job to be able to pay for things and afford the cost of living of the day. So now I don't have time to put into my child. You see what I'm saying? So it's a vicious cycle we're creating. And now they're learning from their cell phones. And the cell phones, people say adults, this is addictive as gambling, and in some cases heroin. That's for adults. So what are these things doing to our children? Food for thought. But look, man, I'm not gonna keep you too long on the subject. I know we passed time or whatever, but like, get your kids involved in things. Like, see what they're interested in. Like, I'm gonna talk again about my daughter's. Okay, I'm gonna try to get this right. Digital. Oh no, wait, not digital. Virtual. No, wait. Okay, hang on. She wrote a novel, folks. She wrote a novel. It's a digital interactive novel. The link will be up. Like, understanding that that's what she liked to do, and us pushing it at her. Now she makes more money than me and Dean. Okay, that's kind of wrapped up, ain't it, Dean? Like, I'm proud of her.
No, because that's the niche, man.
I love her to death. She's
We all gonna
extraordinarily talented and intelligent and all the things, but frap her.
No, man, it can't be no frapper. Hey, quit
No,
saying damn
frap her.
frap.
I'm coming from her. I'm coming for her.
Let's
that
pay the man to you.
No,
pay the man to you.
That's an approved word. It's on the list, that gummit. You should read the emails.
Hey, if y'all out there don't know what frap is, please explain it to them there, Mr.
It's the F word and crap combined. When I was down there in Nashville at Vanderbilt University, old Bobby Johnson had a no cursing policy. And so frap was the word that we birthed, so we didn't get in trouble after practice. You see what I'm saying? And I asked him some years later, like, how come you had a no cursing policy? He's like, well, it's not going to make you a better football player, like Coach Lamb talked last week about. It's not going to make you a better football player, but it will give you discipline. And if you can control that on the field, there's so much more you can control on the field that makes you successful off the field as well. And I think that's what we got to start working towards. So real quick, Dean, what concert would cost only 45 cents? Have you heard of this thing? Concerts that cost 45 cents?
No.
So you don't know? You've not heard of what concert costs 45 cents?
Yeah, you want to know which one I say?
Which one?
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Tekashi 6ix9ine. Don't even talk to me about that fool. Right? No, but how do you get a concert that costs 45 cents?
Call
it's
50
easy.
Cent.
You just feature 50 Cent and Nickelback.
Small. That's all I can do is laugh right there. And what almost came out of my mouth would have got us shut down. But anyway, man. Big shout out to Mr. Josh McGee for coming on the show tonight, man. Like I said, that's a long time friend, man. 20 plus years. Great dude, great person, great family. His yes, very lame, sis. Very lame. But his mother, his father, man, great people, man. Shout out to my cousin for being a surprise guest on the show because I ain't know he was coming on. Untamed, man. Keep doing your thing in the gym. Keep doing your thing with your training. Keep doing your thing with your coaching, bro. You coming. And he'll actually be on next week with the other coaches from Columbia Central High School. Tune in. That's going to be a great show. Big shout out to my big little bro, Gales, for saying dumb shit, but keeping the show alive with it. Big shout out to all the people be in the chats, man. We love y'all. Feed off of their energy. Keep doing it every week. Give us some ideas of what you want us to talk about. Talk trash to us. We here for it, man. And we want y'all to keep doing that. Like, share, and subscribe to the page, man. Send them stars. Let's talk with Gales and Dean next week, 9:00 p.m. with the guests, Columbia Central Lady Lions basketball coaches. Tune in. That's going to be a great show. Peace and love. We out.